Right, let's begin. Dear colleagues, dear friends, I'm so happy to see you all in these difficult times. We have been thinking for so long. So when we were finishing the 12th forum, somebody joked about the 13th. We are currently having the 13th forum, and no one could expect that it will be really a baker's dozen. We were doubting it for a while, and you know that lots of associations, like French associations forum, and in September they were expecting to have it offline, and at the very last moment they decided to have it online. So we had our doubts. We were seeking guidance at the level of the governor of St. Petersburg. You know that all these restrictions were imposed, but we still took a decision that this year has been difficult for everyone, and we haven't seen each other for a long time, and we decided to hold this conference, maybe with this limited number of participants, but we do need to see each other and discuss face-to-face certain issues, and we need to plan for the coming year and discuss results of this year. So we need to do it, and that is why we are holding this hybrid forum. I asked our engineers how many people have registered. Over 400 people have registered, including online. You see that we have 3 rooms now, and in every room there will be a screen, and it will be possible to ask questions, but you can communicate with the whole world. Our international colleagues, they are online with us, and you have seen the program. So some of them were planning to come, but closed borders prevent them from coming. We have lots of welcome remarks, but we don't want to spend much of the time, and we are going to give the floor to those who are here with us. Peter Yablonsky, the chief surgeon of the city, is sending his regards, and now the executive secretary, or the general secretary and head of the Council of Interparliamentary Assembly of the CIS countries, I would like to welcome us. It's not by chance that they are speaking, because you know that the International Phlebology Collegium and the Russian Association of Phlebology, we work a lot, we coordinate our efforts, and our association has been in contact and collaboration with all CIS countries, associations, for example, colleagues from Belarus, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Tajikistan, and so on and so forth. So all these aspects, including the medical aspects, it is important, and that is why the Interparliamentary Assembly of the CIS, so that's why Ivan Mushket, Secretary of the Interparliamentary Assembly, is going to welcome everyone. Good morning, dear colleagues, participants of the forum. I'm Deputy Head of the Secretariat of the Interparliamentary Assembly Council, and I'm head of the International Institute. It is a political institute, okay, and it is devoted to development of democracy and voting rights of population. And I would like to continue what Yevgeny Shaidakov was saying. The Interparliamentary Assembly is a union of 9 countries. And the Assembly is a legislative body, and we exercise various law-making activities. Also, we have various expert councils, including the Medical Council, which includes representatives of the phlebology community also need to take part in this organization. And now I would like to read out the welcoming remarks Assembly of CIS countries. I would like to welcome you and congratulate you on the opening of the 13th Venus Forum. The status of this forum not only has been strengthened, but it has really become an international congress, and it's found its strong position in the phlebology community. The St. Petersburg Venus Forum contributes a lot into the Russian science, research, and development of young medical specialists. The Interparliamentary Assembly participation in this high-status forum is remarkable and significant, and we hope that this forum will become a new page in development of contacts and collaboration. We are absolutely sure that discussions will be useful, and it will ensure sharing of ideas and identifying new solutions in the medical practice. And it can also be the basis for lawmaking initiatives. We wish you all great success and implementation of all your plans and projects. Wish you all well. Take care, General Secretary of the Council of the Parliamentary Assembly. Thank you very much, Ivan Ilyich. We would like to thank the Interparliamentary Assembly and our close contacts that we have been developing. They will be given a new impulse. We have another welcome speech. Dear colleagues, you all have probably read the article in the Angiology journal and its contribution into the Russian phlebology. We began all this from 0 point 13 years ago, and one of the greatest persons in the world class of phlebology, Boer Eklöf, was part of this. I don't need to speak a lot about him. He used to be chief surgeon in Kuwait, then in Honolulu. He is an honorary professor of the Honolulu University and in Sweden as well. And the Handbook of Venous Diseases, this course book we all have been using, he took part in it, and today he couldn't join us, but lots of our friends are thinking about us, and he sent a video to us. It was quite long. We shortened it a bit, and we're going to display it.
Dear Evgeny and participants in the St. Petersburg Venus Forum, dear Russian friends, 2020 has been a sad and unique year in the shadow of the COVID pandemics. The only meeting this year was the American Venus Forum in Florida in March. I and my wife spent an extra week in St. Augustine, together with my friend and pioneer for venous reconstructive surgery, Bob Kistner, and his wife. Bob was the guest of honor to this meeting a couple of years ago, and he sends you his best wishes. On our return home from Florida, we almost missed the last flight out of New York with Scandinavian Airlines on the 13th of March. If so, we would have been trapped in the worst COVIDian-infested city in the United States. But we luckily made it home to Sweden. All the other meetings were cancelled. The European Venus Forum in Hungary, the VIS Symposium in New York, the French in Paris, and the American Venus Forum planned for March 2021 in San Antonio. But Evgeny decided to organize this 13th annual St. Petersburg Venus Forum in a different format. I invite you to this meeting and hope that you will enjoy it, even if we cannot meet in person, and indulge in our friendship and joint passion for Venus disease. I have been present at your meetings since the start in 2008, and I have witnessed the progress through your presentations over the years. How this meeting has attracted increasing numbers of Russian-speaking phlebologists, and also participation of many leading international phlebologists. I have seen Russian physicians moving forward in Europe and in the United States, presenting papers and acting as teachers at the annual European Venus Forum meetings, particularly the EVF hands-on workshop. Organizing the European Venus Forum meeting here in St. Petersburg 5 years ago in 2015 in a very successful way. You have been invited to present your papers in the US at the American Venus Forum meeting and the VIS Symposium in New York. Maxim Shaidakov from his Horizon in Michigan in the United States has been elected for important functions in the American Venus Forum, and he has become a member of the editorial board of the European Journal of Vascular and Endovascular Surgery. And his father, Evgeny Shaidakov, was recently invited to join the editorial board of the most important vascular journal in the United States, Journal of Vascular Surgery. I've had the privilege to meet many of you and your leaders from St. Petersburg to Vladivostok. In 2012, Andrei Shevela invited me to his department in Novosibirsk as visiting professor, where he presented the impressive research in genetics from his excellent group. Visiting some of the large research facilities outside the city. The social side of the visit was very gratifying, meeting his parents in their home, where we also had the Russian sauna, followed by a memorable party, meeting his family, boating on the large artificial lake or River Ob, visiting the university bear farm, playing with the little cubs. You all have a strong impact on the scientific development in international phlebology. I have followed with interest Dennis Borsuk, not only because of his successful ice hockey team, Tractor. And Dennis, you remember this red hockey cap from Tractor. I have followed with interest I follow with interest Denis Borsuk and Roman Torasinski and their debates with the leaders of Venus hemodynamics on the website Vasculab, such as Bibi Lee, Claude Franceschi, and company. The collaboration with Evgeny has also encouraged us to explore Russia further. In 2016, together with our Swedish friends Lena and Lennart Engström, we did the classic Trans-Siberian Railroad journey from Moscow to Vladivostok. This was a tremendous experience, realizing the size and greatness of your country. In 2019, we made a cruise on the large river Lena in eastern Siberia, from Yakutsk to the Arctic Sea and back, visiting several small villages and their inhabitants along the river. On this 10-day cruise, we had fantastic entertainment with singing and dancing from artists from opera and theaters in Yakutsk and academic teachers from the university that informed about the deleterious consequences of global warming on the tundra. The Mammoth Museum in Yakutsk is unforgettable. It is said that we cannot meet together and talk and drink. My hope is that in the near future, Evgeny will be successful to unite Russia and together create the Russian Venus Forum. Together you will be very strong and work in harmony with the other phlebological societies in Europe, the United States, Latin America, Middle East, Australia, New Zealand, and Asia. A Russian Venus Forum from St. Petersburg to Vladivostok.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank Bo for these warm words. 13 years ago, when he came here to Russia, he was a bit worried that maybe he would see something not very good here. And now, you see, he and his wife love this family so much, and they, traveled along the Lena River, and they visited the Far East, and they are doing this again and again. And lots of our friends from all continents, from all countries of the world, work with the Russian St. Petersburg Venus Forum. And we really hope that our relations will develop and they all will fall in love with Russia. And we will be organizing various forums and events with them. Today in the morning we were discussing with Rostov-on-Don, organization of similar programs, and this is true about other towns as well. So we're going to do it, and we will be holding our hands. And I'm going to thank Bo again for his warm words.